Hey everybody, this is Roly P. Welcome to Roly's Bank. Let's just take a quick look out at the city. This is the map Roly's Bank, which is a map that I created specifically to make this city. This is one of my favorite views, looking out the map at, I don't know, dusk. It looks like, yeah, dusk. Before we get started, I just want to take a quick look at this map. So this map is a map that I made to sort of reflect the environment that I grew up in. We have a river that comes from the outside the map. It looks like it might have carved a path through these mountains here. Gives us some very interesting use cases, I think. Then we have our river that goes out into a sort of a delta, if you will, with some islands in the middle, which is really cool. We've got a bunch of rail connections on the three sides of the map. We've got road connections in multiple places. So no matter where I feel like starting or buying some available squares, that will be available to us. And we have some use on this side too, with a nice little flat area that we can, I don't know, do something with. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Also, I created an area here where I could make a dam in the future if I wanted some hydroelectric power, which is going to be great for the future. But yeah, really excited. I think it's a great map. And, you know, I made it so it's going to do everything that I want it to do with whatever I have in mind. So here's our starting tile. We've got a railway, we've got one connection on our national highway, we've got a couple islands to work with. You know, we can buy a couple tiles in short order and we'll have other connections into the city. So I think it's a pretty interesting place to start. You know, some of the inspiration I get just taking a look at it. This island here, I think this island's going to be great for like maybe garbage collection and power through like geothermal power. I think that would fit here really nicely. We've got a lot of flat area on the map, which helps us with farms. We have some trees at the edge here. I think that's going to really help us out when we're looking to put in some industries or first initial industries. So like lumber. The name of the game initially is going to be making money. So we have 1 million credits to start, 1 million monies. So the main thing here is just getting enough in here so that we're making money. And once we're making money, then we can start fiddling around with some like special cute little designs and spreading off into other areas, which is definitely something that I want to be focusing on, some detail in these builds. But that'll have to wait because the first step here is making money. So step one, we need roads. So I'm going to go through and create a basic structure for this city, and then I will check back in.
I'm breathing.
All right, here we go. Here we are. Finally all done here. So let's take a quick peek at what we've got going on. All right, here. So if we let's do a little bird's eye view real quick. So we got our main road coming in here, which goes all the way through. That'll carry on. I think will turn into a bridge. This will go this way and maybe turn into an overpass over top of the highway, or there's an intersection somewhere. So this one will continue. We have our little road here, which goes through the middle. This is going to be a commercial area, so a lot of the buildings that are going to be facing here are going to be commercial in nature. That'll be sort of a nice little village, a wee village little situation there, which I think will be pretty cool. Down here we've got an industry road. You know, I guess it doesn't need to go all that way anyway. To come down here for the industry. In the middle we've got ourselves an area for some farms, some industry down here. This is another industrial area here. This is where we're going to put in some trees, you know, just some houses over here. I think this is the area I want to use for schools. I was going to use this area, but the train tracks, it sounds scary. So we'll do a small high school and we'll do a small elementary school. If they don't fit, I can just extend the road a little bit. I think we'll probably be okay. And this is our little hilly park here. You can't really see the hill. It's not super pronounced, but the hill is there, and we'll put a lot of trees on it. For anyone who lives on this side, you know, we want to try to block this island because this is going to be where the power and some garbage is going to go. So I think that will be pretty nice. We have another exit over here. Oh, sorry. We're going to have another exit over here. Just like another way people can get in and out of the city. I think like when the city is maybe a bit more mature, these connections don't really matter that much. But I mean, if it gets too busy or trucks start using it, I mean, we can tinker with districts, or we can just go bye-bye and just delete it. But I think for now it'll serve a bit of a purpose. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I think on either side of the track we'll have some areas with some lower density houses and then some townhouses. Hopefully I don't get forced into those medium density like towers, because having a very small area and then having like towers, it's just so silly. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, I think this looks great. So the next step is, you know, we have 884,000. You know, we're losing some money because the upkeep on the roads is it's not really expensive, but I mean, it's something. Again, this is all normal. I'm playing on normal. Is there any way to see that? In case no one trusts me? No, there's no way to see. But anyway, tiny village. We got a couple things that we can use right away, which I think is what we're going to do. But again, we want to make money. Money is the most important thing. So it's nice to make things look pretty and spend money on beautification and parks and other services. But until we're on a solid footing, I think it's important to use, you know, outside resources, save the money, and then build a big infrastructure and focus on, you know, money-making industries. And then like once we've accomplished that, this will be a very effective square and it will be a good jumping off point for the rest of the city. So time to go into a little bit of an overdrive. I'm going to go in and start clickety-clicking and putting in some houses and some zoning, and then we'll just see the money and the population just go crazy. I was going to, yeah, you know what? Actually, I will. Actually, wait. I don't really want to put any zoning on the actual road. I want to put it on the side because I don't want it to get too busy. There we go. I think that works. That doesn't really work. Let's make it. How... I just hate it when that happens. It's so silly. Why? All right, let's get some zone. Let's turn on the situation here. For my commercial... Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to do something. I wanted to do a path. Let's do... Yeah, that height. Yay, okay. So there's that one. I think it'll end there. Okay, perfect. Here is normal industry. I find the commercial. I find the commercial for the other ones to be kind of weird. We'll make these ones smaller so we can put some houses there. Oh, you know what? I forgot something so fundamental. I don't want to do that either. There we go. Power. Oops. Okay. So we're gonna do this. We are going to do that guy because I have an outside power connection, and while I'm at it, let's do water. There we go. How perfect is that? Okay, we got our commercial in there. I want to do southwest townhouses behind the commercial. Let's try regular houses. The weird thing with regular houses is, like, if you want to do signature buildings, you need North America low density housing, and Southwest housing and stuff doesn't count. So you sort of have to use the regular, even though, like, I don't like the regular quite as much. I don't think it looks as good. It's just something you have to do, which is I mean, it is what it is. What are you gonna do? You know what? Let's top this off. No, that's okay. We're gonna do those there. I wonder if we need commercial. Let's do a pub, because we got pubs. I'm thinking if we do a pub here at the corner. See, I don't know why this happens. It's busted. Hopefully it sorts itself out. after I do like a reset or something. I'm not really too sure why it does that. But I think we can add some commercial here. I think the southwest commercial will still be okay. And let's get a connection here. Maybe let's do those there. Maybe call it what it is, leave that for now. Let's speed up the game a bit. Let's try to get some people moving in. So one of these areas up here, this is going to be like just houses. I'm not going to worry too much about how they look. I mean, like the orientation, like, you know, this one is 2x3, etc. I think that looks pretty good that way. And let's do these. Okay, those can be as big as we need them to be. Railway, that's good. Yeah, like, I mean, the name of the game here is we just want to make some money. So I'm not super concerned about how they look. Like, normally I'd be really picky, and if they didn't populate the way I wanted them to, it would make me crazy, but let's just chill out. Aha, I knew that would pop up. Aha! I win. Okay, I like that. That's good. Let's do the same here. You know what? This road here isn't really going to have anything. So why don't we do that? Let's take advantage of the space. Okay, so we got lots of low density waiting to come in. I was gonna try to make sure that these things were like growing on every road appropriately, but you know what? I've got a life to live. I think that'll be okay. In here, let's do some normal houses, because again, we still have to we still need to get normal houses in here so that we can get some signature buildings that require like North America low density. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, I like that. And this one up here, let's just do a big fat block because it's nice and simple. Here, I'm not actually so sure. Because, I mean, it'll be a way people can get to go over to this side to the school. There's some commercial there. I wonder if I need more commercial in the future. I might leave that open for a few minutes. But up here, we want this to look good. So let's go to southwest. I don't really want townhouses in these places, honestly. So let's keep it low density. Ooh, you know what? Let's go to signature building. Let's find a gas station. Yes. They're always at a corner. So let's do that corner or this corner. Let's do this corner because it's kind of a weird corner. I like that. It looks good. A little gas station. It's so rinky dinky compared to the other ones. Okay, Southwest Homes. Okay, so there's lots of homes there. We'll do the same up here. I don't want houses on that road necessarily, but maybe I can just match them. No, I don't want them on that side. We'll save this side here, maybe a couple smaller sort of like industrial or like commercial or like office. I think it would make a bit more sense here. Okay, this one's tricky because I created cul-de-sacs which are problematic. So this is the only way that I know how to do it, and I imagine this isn't the appropriate way. But these are the skills I'm equipped with, so I have no choice but to to do that. Let's make these not crazy though. I think these cul-de-sacs are cool. Like, I don't want to build on that road. So at least this way we're like using the space, like, if ever, only so slightly. Lair. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. Hopefully a house pops this way or something. I hope something happens. Whatever that something is, I hope it happens. And let's... Ooh, small village. Let's look and see what we get from that later. You know what? Let's do one of those because we've been doing them everywhere else. They just don't have to be huge. But I like them. It kind of gives a bit of an interesting look to it. Wow, you can see what's growing in the city. Like, such a small amount of density, like low density. It's mostly townhouses and commercial and industrial. This doesn't look too bad though. It's coming in nicely. Okay, next step. So I don't like it when townhouses build from the side road. I want them to all face the same way because that's just I'm anal about that. So let's just fill this in here. And now they're in there. Let's do all of these. Aha, thank you. You grew in. How kind of you. So this is going to solve our future kind of medium-ish density requirements. So we don't have to worry about that. I have a feeling that industry will be a need soon. Look at that, we're already making money. Let's see where we're making money here. There we go. Taxes, service fees. So like right now, we're buying 39K worth of electricity. So when we make enough money and we have enough demand and our electricity needs are like over 200,000, then that's when we're gonna start building the power plant. But for now, we've got some time. So let's take a minute to put some industry in. There was one thing that I did that made it weird here. So I went through earlier and I anarchied in some trees just to get some more growth. But what happened was, I guess I have a mod setting where like when the tree is placed, it doesn't have collision ever. And you can see there's trees inside these buildings. So I'll have to be careful down here. I haven't done this anywhere else with trees. So I'll have to just go through and get rid of the trees that are clipping through the buildings. Not the end of the world, but it just looks strange. Okay, let's go. Let's go to here. Let's go. There we go. That'll make them happy. So we're gonna have two of these. You can go here. You can go there. Let's do 90-degree angles because they look better that way. And you can go all the way over here. Perfect. So that's one. And number two, we don't really have like a good road for this. But maybe we can just come off this one. And maybe what we'll do here is we'll also do a tiny bit of industrial on this side of the road. Yeah, we got trees clipping again. I'll fix that in a sec. Let's do... That's too close. And let's go right behind these houses. Well, I mean, I mean, that might not be houses. That might be industry, actually. I forget. I have a lot of ideas, and sometimes I forget what they are. Okay. So we got those two. Now we're still waiting for demand to come in. Let's look at some farms. Oh, you know, I forgot I was going to fix this. Let's clean you off. And yeah, perfect. Farms. We'll do some chickonians. Let's do chicken kind of away from the people, because I'm sure they don't want to smell chicken material. All right, let's do it here. I did check the wind direction, and the wind direction is going towards the mountains, so we're okay. All the chicken smells won't be going everywhere. Let's do some grain. You know, I think... Oh, I don't like where that is. The one thing I like about City Skylines 1 is the fact that farms have different colors. Different things have different colors. If I remember correctly, I haven't played City Skylines 1 in a long time. But in this game, it doesn't matter if you're planting vegetables, you're planting, I don't know, cotton. They all have the exact same color. And I wonder if there's a mod or something that we can do to make the change. I have the recolor mod. I know that works for buildings. I just don't know if it works for something else. I think this would be a cute little veggie farm over here. You know what? Sorry, buddy. You will be missed. That's what this little road's for. When I buy another tile, this will open up and I'll be able to extend these farms a bit. But right now they're jutting right against the edge of the map, or the tile that's free. But so it's okay. That's okay for now. We'll do this one too, because this is where all the veggie tables grow. And let's maybe not make it complicated. You know what? Let's make it complicated. I was gonna say let's not make a million little adjustments, and that's exactly what I ended up doing. But that's okay. Okay, this spot right here. So we have some requirements for hearses and hospitals. So this is literally what I was just thinking about doing. I don't want to use any points on crematorium. There's this little UK parish. It works really well. Oh no. No! You know what? I wonder if I just do this. Nice. There we go. It fits. Not exactly how I intended, but whatever. It works. It works. So we want to get right to the corner. Okay, perfect. I got right to the corner there. This lined up very nicely. Let's do that. Perfect. Sweet. Okay, so this was cotton. We'll do one more cotton, but first things first, let's... Ooh, a pub, a pube, more pubes. Oh, that sounds weird when I make it plural. What was I doing? Okay. I distracted myself with saying a stupid word. This is my map. I made it. I have no qualms with adding fertile land. Like, this is a river delta, and there should be fertile land wherever it was, like, enriched by the river with sediment. And, like, some of these maps that you can play, like, I don't know about what other, like, maps people make, but, like, maps that come in the game, you'll have a, like, 10 square meter farm, and anything outside that 10 square meters is, like, toxic. You can't build anything on it, which is just, like, so crazy. Whereas at least this way, I have the ability to put farms kind of wherever it makes sense to, which I think is more realistic. I think it is better. And because it's my map, I just wanted to do it, and I don't feel sad about it at all. Okay, let's fix that. There we go. Okay, so we have a bunch of cotton. Let's look at the demand or the production. We are... So these things are still building and getting employees, so they're not going to be like optimal. But it looks like the thing we need the most is grain. Again, that number is maybe not necessarily the most accurate. But... Uh-oh. I guess it'll have to go on this road. It is what it is. Okay, what? Oh. It's not fair. I don't want that space. You can't make me. I'll have to go change it. Okay. How do I change it? Uh-oh. What have I done? What have I done? Oh no. I think I've opened a can of worms I didn't know I was gonna open. So this one, I guess, has to come back more. Okay, this is not perfect. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it because it's gonna make me go crazy. Okay, I think that looks good. A nice little farm section. So we got some production values here, some down here. I think that's a decent little use of the space. We got some more industrial demand, so let's do something cool, and let's extend this road a little bit. And then let's make this not want to build anything. Let's have a little bit of fun with some different sized buildings. Just to have a variety. We'll do one like that, and we'll do one like that. All right. And we have to kill some of these trees, unfortunately. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta figure out what mod is doing this, because this is weird. I'll just make sure I don't do this again later in the map. Oh, yeah, I got space down here too, eh? Let's use it now that we're here. I don't know why I'm saying the word let's. So far, it's just me. That looks good. Look at that steam. It's nice and detailed. I finally fixed one of the graphics settings in this game. I think like one of the anti-aliasing, whatever that word is, one of the settings was weird. And so I actually filmed another episode of Roly's Bank, and it was on the old graphics settings, which I don't like. So I decided to like redo it essentially, with the sort of like new graphics that I found worked with my setup. So, you know, I've had a bit of experience building this city because I've already built it once. Okay, so we got little townhomes. I like them. They look cool. Ooh, another gas station. I was going to say words about townhouses. I forgot what I was going to say because I saw a gas station. I want to put a gas station somewhere. Where did I say I was going to put a gas station? Right here. Ooh, a large village. Right at the corner. Perfect. Graveyard gas station. And let's do like a convenience store. Let's do a Southwest one because I think they look cool. Nice. This still has space to expand when we need to. Oh yeah. These things. Hospitals. I was trying to think about what the word was. Okay, let's fill in these gaps now because everything's filled in. Nice. Okay, perfect. What are these houses? Are these the North America ones? Okay, cool. Southwest. No, these are Southwest. See, Southwest houses just look so good. We'll have to come back here at one point in time and figure out some park situations. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Those are perfect freebies because they lower the import costs and raise city attractiveness, which is really cool. Okay, we need a hospital. We need to put one somewhere that has easy access to both sides. And I'm thinking it will be up here because that's the place that to me makes the most sense. It's really here or over here. It's probably better to put it on the bigger road, like up there. But I'm thinking like a small little not ambulance, little hospital right here. I think would be pretty cool. The issue is we just need to find something cheap. The small one is, I think, the cheapest one. Yeah, let's do this here. Get it kind of away from some houses. Yeah, see, this is the cheapest one. You can't upgrade this one. Ooh, a bookshop. There you go, buddies. All 3 vehicles in service right away. Love it. So here's our train. There's a train grade crossing. There's 2 of them. I feel like this will be okay. In the future, you know, we might have to do something with how we're doing the city. But I feel like this is the first starting tile. I think it's okay. I don't think we'll be too concerned about money. And later when we have more money, we don't have to be so concerned. See, like these are Southwest businesses. Look how good these look. This is perfect. What is this thing called? I know. I don't know what that is, but I do like how even on a straight plot, they have sideways buildings. I think it looks pretty cool. Okay. Demands. We need some more like townhouse style. We need more industry. So this area here, I forget what I was going to use it for. I'm pretty sure it was industry. So let's just make it so. And I think this will be cool because of all the weird shapes that it has to make. I think it'll be interesting. This space is sort of open. This might be a good spot for like a city building, like the traffic one. Whatever that traffic building is. For now, I'll just do some there. Just so there's something that can populate when it's needed. I don't really want to make a ton more townhouses, to be perfectly honest. Not here anyway. Wonder if we could use them up here because the demand is there, so we sort of have to do something with the demand. Maybe we could do some here on the backside of the train tracks. Hey, why are you a 2? There you go. They have to be even, or it doesn't work. Or the OCD just flares up. Okay, so that got rid of that need. Yeah, so things are looking pretty good so far. I'm liking how this is sort of all coming together here. We got a nice little area. Let's do something. Let's go and try to fill in the gaps with some of these trees. So I've got a preset set up with the trees that I like. And I always do the mature trees and not the elderly ones. So let's go a little bit bigger and fill in some of these gaps just to make it less barren. I'm not super concerned about creating something super manicured. Again, the main idea right now is just to make money. Even adding just these little bit of trees, it softens the transition. I think it looks pretty good. I hate the buildings with smokestacks. I will leave them for now because I don't think it's time to be that picky. Let's see. I'm doing these medium density here. I want to see how they come in. If they're like more than like 4 stories, I don't want them. But let's see if we can get something that doesn't look insane. This might actually be a good spot for like a pub. Like one of our signature buildings here. I don't think there's any more gas stations yet. Yeah, there's one more. We can't get it yet. I think one of these little... No, that's too big. Too big. Where's like a wee English pub? There's one. Maybe it's too wee. Oh, it's got a playground. Okay, there's a little pub there. Maybe let's just get Northeast Japan. Let's try Northeast ones. I wonder if they'll have like a similar sort of aesthetic. Lightly colorful, interesting style. Okay, how big are you guys? Not built yet. Nice. Okay, and let's check out money. We are making money, but our power costs are growing. We're up to over 100k. Still no demand for low density, which is perplexing. I feel like there is lots of room for that. Ooh, these are a little... Okay. I don't mind this one. This one's a bit bigger than I wanted. I might leave them for now. Oh, I don't like them. Yeah, sorry, you guys gotta go. I don't know, they're too big. That might just be me. Northeast style. I wonder if these are any different if I did like 2s. Like Northeast ones. Hopefully that has like some sort of differentiation. Okay, in this area, for some reason we still have a ridiculous amount of demand for these. Let's do some Southwest townhomes in this one. Because Southwest townhomes only have a 3 space. So we'll do 3 and 3. Let's mix it up again. Because these ones can go higher. Again, I don't understand the lack of development of the low density housing. It's just so strange. I feel like along this road, and let's see how these buildings turn out first. Okay, 100%. Yep, charming, cute, love them. Northeast. I'll have to remember that. 1, 2, 3, 4 stories. Okay. I mean, they're kind of far apart, but let's add some trees around them. We don't have parking or anything. This is not what I wanted for trees. There we go. Let's do some behind these houses so they don't, I don't know, so it looks better. I was gonna say so the kids don't walk in the tracks, but I think we need to get a fence. But that'll be part of like another sort of period in time. I'm envisioning like the next sort of couple episodes really sort of focused on making money and setting up like a nice base. And then once that's done, it'll be kind of moving slightly farther afield to expand the city. And then when that happens, it will be more financially viable, and then we can sort of make more decisions that are focused around details and definition. Because again, this is normal. I need to make sure like the economy is a strong economy. I don't like the amount of this demand. It's confusing me. I've never seen so low demand for low density. So strange. Look at it. It's just barren. I didn't really want to put townhouses here, but I guess we could do 2 townhouses. Let's see. When can I get parks? Soon. Okay, parks are soon. Because I feel like having a park here would just like be a natural fit because there's so many of these. We want to mix it up a little bit. These are 3x3, so let's do the southwest ones this time. I can't add them until these things are there because I would hate to have one that, you know what, they only go 3. So I'm pretty sure I can just do this and it'll be okay. Because they can't do 6 deep. I think I'm okay. Uh-oh. I don't want to have them grow sideways. Okay. So that's going more industry. Jeez, these guys are greedy. I just want more. Okay, we have a couple of trees that need to go away. Let's fill a couple spots of trees. Or actually, are these trees on the buildings too? They are, aren't they? Okay. Well, they're fixed, so now we can actually put real trees. Oh yeah, I got this thing that lets me go up to 300 brush strength. See, look at it. It just peppers things in like crazy. You can actually make like a wood without the trees clipping each other. Whatever mod this is, I forget what it's called. That might be the problem for these other buildings and how they're not clipping when they should be clipping. But yeah, it's amazing. It really makes like a dense little bush. It looks great. Okay, now that we have Grand Village, we have some office requirements. Do you sort of want to put offices over here? Because like where I live, there are some roads that are like along the river, and there's a lot of office and like commercial in that area. So I feel like we could get away with that here also. Not along like the narrow parts or on this side of the road, but I think a few of them here will be okay and they won't go amiss. Like just like a few odd shapes. I don't think commercial here really makes too much sense, but let's just like, let's do a square just in case. I think on the backside here might be a decent spot for these. Just give people a reason to come over there. Again, no low density. I don't know what I'm missing. It just seems so strange. Okay, people's moods, high crime risk. Okay, so we need to get some police and fire. I feel like being in the middle is probably still an advantage. So what we could do, I need a cheap fire hall. I'm thinking the southwest one. Because I like the way it looks. I think it looks pretty cool. Fits right around that corner. Oh man, I like these buildings. I like them a lot, actually. I think they fit in so well. Anyway, I'll have to use those in something in the future. Okay, so that's that. We need police. What's the smallest police station in the world? I wonder if it would be insane to do that and have the police work off of this. It doesn't need lights. I think that works. I think it's a nice little spot. Yeah, these houses. I love those. I'm just like crazy about them. Okay, finally they're growing. Thank goodness. Okay, so there's so much zoning that's available. I think I'm just not even noticing the demand because the demand happens and they populate. So maybe that's a good thing that I'm not really paying too much attention to it. So let's get some other low density and let's populate it so that it's ready to go. And let's give these a chance to have a nice little cul-de-sac. Okay, the rest of these kind of can just populate pretty normally. I didn't want them on the road here for some reason, but I think I'm softening to that idea and I'm just gonna pot them. I'm gonna put them there without putting them right here. Now I'm gonna quickly go through and add some trees to some areas to make them pop. Okay, there, when you look at the city from this angle, it almost looks like a normal city. It actually looks more legit, which is nice. I think it looks pretty cool. Let's take a little stroll. Here's our little main street area. I like this. I think it looks nice. I'm gonna get down to the area down here that has those buildings that I like. Kind of like an older neighborhood. Northeast. Okay, Northeast commercial looks pretty cool too. I like that. That's a nice little corridor. I actually want to use those over here. I feel like if we were adding those, what was that? That was Northeast. I wonder what a 3x3 looks like. That might be too big. Let's build this one and see what happens. Okay. Here we are, 3x3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 stories. I think 5 is okay. Yeah. I think that's okay. I think that looks nice. I like that. What I want to do is this. Let's do another one. We'll do another one. I actually don't know. Let's do that, and then we'll do another one. Let's get rid of these trees. Okay, so we're using parking lots. Now we need to create a concrete tile. Like this. Okay, so now we got a driveway, or like a parking area. Now let's look at the pathway for walking. Car path, invisible? No, no. Pedestrian. I think it's this one. So pedestrians can walk here if they wanted to cut through. I like that. I think it looks good. Let's do a, let's make another path on this side of the building. And we'll touch there and head up here. It's trying to take it away, so let's just do this. And let's do a couple of these buildings. I think like maybe another one over here. Yeah, I think a 4 is a stretch too big. Let's do another, just 3x3. We'll do 2 side by side here. Okay, perfect. And then let's do, just pepper in a few more trees, just to spiffify it up without getting on there, because it doesn't notice this as a thing. It'll just, like, there's no collision on that material. So I just gotta make sure that they're not there, and then when I'm ready, I plant them on my own. So let's do a couple bushes. Let's find a nice small tree. Maybe that's too big. Let's find a younger tree. That's better. Something like that. Okay, I should have just done that in the first place. Alright, so there's a little area with some housing. I think that looks pretty cool. I love those. It just makes it look like this is the old part of the city. Like this is the old city. I think it looks really nice. We got some parking. See, like people are able to use this pathway. And they're using this pathway over here, which I probably should just like put this in, like paint it in. So it looks like a bit more realistic. Well, I think that's a good place to stop for today. We got most of the things done. We're making money. The next episode, we'll focus on building that island out with power, garbage. We have our schools to put in, and some parks and a little bit of beautification. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. If you have any comments, please leave them below. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks.